You know what? There's a lot of bullshit going on right now. But we have to understand something very important. This crap that's going on in Charlottesville is not who we are as humanity. All the killings, all of the bombings, all of the talk of nuclear war, and missiles coming at us from halfway across the world, it's not who we are as humanity. This is bullshit. Now, more than any other time in our lives, we need people to come together and stop being afraid of themselves. Yes, you heard me right. Stop being afraid of yourself. When you're afraid of yourself, you tend to not do the right thing when the right thing needs to be done. Why else would you align yourselves with a bunch of people who shroud their own heart with hate? Unless you were so confused and so utterly scared of yourself that you felt that you had to do that. Now, more than any other time in our existence as a human race, we need to stop being afraid of ourselves and start doing the right things for the right reasons. Start saying yes to the things that we're afraid of. If you're afraid of leaving your house, open your windows, listen to the sounds, watch the people come and go. Think about the day that you walk outside, take 2 steps, turn around and come back in. If you're afraid of sitting down next to someone that has a different color skin than you at a diner, think about how amazing of a father or a mother or a parent or a therapist or mechanic that they might be, and that they might have some amazing things to share with you as a human being in this life. Stop being afraid of yourself. The courage that it takes to be who you truly are is the courage that Martin Luther King had, Malcolm X had, the Buddha, Jesus. You can go on down the line. John F. Kennedy. There are many people that have had the courage to be themselves and then find their voice about what they really truly believe in that is deep inside of their own hearts. And I'd be willing to bet that the closed-minded ignorance and the lack of understanding of your own self is what leads people to believe in a viewpoint that shuts out all other people. We cannot live on this planet without the animals. And the animals cannot live without the elements. And the elements cannot live without the other elements. It's a symbiotic relationship that we share, keyword, share with each other. Somewhere, there's food being harvested. That food will be packaged. That packaged food will be sent. You might buy it. The person that made the effort to harvest and package and ship and deliver and stock and check you out at the retail line could have been someone that is vastly different than you, that has a viewpoint that's vastly different than you. Think about this. We're not alone here. Not only are we not alone, but we need everyone. We need each other. We are living in a time where one day a week, millions of people, maybe billions of people, sit down and watch sporting events the whole entire day. They devote money, time, physical, electrical energy to this one thing. Sports, entertainment is the largest commodity that we consume. It's information. But we have lost the fact that we are being informed, and we have relegated ourselves to being entertained. Instead of reading a book, we watch a show. Instead of watching a show we could learn from, we watch a show that gives us drama. It's internal conflict. We are living in a time where we devote an obscene amount of time and energy and money and resources to entertainment that does nothing for a society. Zero. Zip. Zilch. We've lost our way. Many people have said it. Many people are thinking it. Most of us know it. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up to a greater purpose inside of you. It's time to wake up to a greater thought process inside of you, and one that you can connect to that's outside of you. It is time to wake up to the fact that you are going to die someday. Your body is going to expire, and whatever you believe in, another life, another lifetime, many more lifetimes, nothing is going to happen. This is the only trip you get here. Maybe. But this is the one you're on. This is the only one of these I get. It's time to wake up to the fact that there are some things that are absolutely limited. The number of bodies I get, the number of lives I get. But there are some things that are absolutely, infinitely abundant. My love, my compassion, my ability to see that everyone is a part of me and I'm a part of everyone. It is time to wake up to the understanding that you have a true power inside of you that can change your world. And likely, at least one other person's world. You can connect to somebody and deliver a message to them that changes their life forever. In order to do that, you have to connect to yourself. Deep down inside, you have to connect to yourself. It is time to wake up and stop being afraid of who you are as a human being and start embracing yourself as a human being. And know that you are capable of helping this world, this beautiful world that we live in, that gives us what we need to a limited degree. And if we use more than we replenish, faster than we replenish it, eventually it's a zero-sum game. Now's the time, folks. There's so much hate. out there, and it's all you're gonna read about. It's written in red and it's written in blue. And apparently it's written in black and white. The reality is that we're just people. We all look a different way. Our exoskeleton is a different color. Honestly, who gives a shit? Who cares? A hug is still a hug. Love is still love. If you know someone who is in the middle of a riot, spreading non-optimal messages about being closed-minded and ignorant to other people, whatever community that they come from, give them a hug. Because they need the hug more than anyone else needs the hug right now. And if you're watching this and you think that your hate and your distaste of their actions helps, it doesn't. We need to give each other hugs. It's in times like these that we need to give each other hugs. And we need to tell each other that I love you for who you are as a human being. The fact that you fought all the odds to get here in the first place. That you were the one that broke through the egg. You were it. And here you are. And you have the ability to do something that only you can do. No matter what. You are the only one that can do what you can do. Because you are special. You're the only one of you. No matter what you look like, talk like, sing like, dress like, it doesn't matter. Be who you are. Love who you are. And connect to as many people as you can connect to. We've got to change. And it doesn't start out there. It starts in here. And you've got to reprogram this. Not everyone is going to live with an open mind. Not everyone is going to cast off their ignorance and see that we're all beautiful, pure light bodies that are here to change the world and leave it in a completely different and better place. Not everyone will see that. That's okay. We've got to be okay with that. But it's time to wake up. It's time that you look and think about everything that you do. Look at everything you do and think about everything that you do, every action that you take, every thought that you think, every word that you say, every feeling that you feel, and every action that you do. You have to think about these things. Why do you do it? Is there a reason that you could do something different? Have you accepted it as the default when it's not your default? Have you accepted it as your default if it's not your default? Think. Question. Go inward. For God's sakes, go inward. Stop being afraid of yourself. Turn off this message. Turn off your cell phone. Shut down Facebook. Close Instagram. Push the power button on the TV. Put a blanket over top of it. Go out inside of nature. Go out inside of nature. Get inside of nature. Feel it. Smell it. Taste it. Look at the green things around you. Look at the veins inside of the leaves. Feel the bark on a tree. Feel the rocks underneath your feet. Connect with something outside of you that reminds you of life. Because the TV is dead. The computer is dead. The phone is dead. This camera is dead. You are not. It's time you woke up to you. What are you waiting for? It's never going to feel like the right moment. It's never going to feel like an easy thing. It always feels a little forced. It always feels a little difficult. But if you listen closely, deep inside of your guts, it's telling you, isn't it, that it's the right thing to do? It's telling you, isn't it, that now is the time? It's telling you, isn't it, that you've only got one shot, one body, one life, one mind, one heart, one thing that you can do right now to change everything. You have to have the courage to love yourself. And if you can love yourself, you can love all of the other people. And if you can love all of the other people, we erase hate in a second. Hate. Gone. Stop being afraid of yourselves. Open the door for people. Tell people that you love them. Even if you don't want to be romantic with them. We are all amazing human beings. Even people who cast stones. And hurl bricks. And shoot arrows. We are all amazing people. And we all deserve to be loved and be amazing. I cannot find or create it in my heart to hate someone for what they do or believe or think. And I believe that if everyone were to question this within themselves, that we'd all be able to say, it doesn't feel good to hate. It doesn't feel good to deprive others of love. Now is the time. Stop reading the news. Listen to your energy. Feel your energy. Get in touch with yourself. Find your center. Find your calmness. Find the place that does not panic. Find the place that knows the answers. Find it within yourself. Go into nature. Do what you need to do to find who you are and stop being afraid of it. And if you're not afraid of it, then express it to the nth degree. Tell everyone that you love them. Share as much good as you can. This is our time. This is our place. We are not just inhabitants of the earth. We are stewards of the earth. And that doesn't mean, or that doesn't just mean, that we have to pay attention to our carbon footprint for global warming. It does mean that. It doesn't just mean that. We also have to pay attention to our ignorant footprint for global loving. Being stewards of the earth is also a teaching process and a learning process. And the earth has been trying to teach us for a long, long time. And every time a civilization listens and studies and learns, someone comes along and takes their lives and steals their information, dilutes it, and then eventually loses it. And we have to find it again. But the information has already been found hundreds of times over. It's not new information. We have to access it, and we have to search for it. This is a seeking venture. He or she that goes inside of themselves to find truth, love, compassion, seeks. It is a seeking venture. It is not a getting venture. You don't give. It isn't given to you. You have to find it. At times cultivate it. At other times create it. Now is the time to turn off hate and to turn on love. And it won't be easy. We've got no other choice. We've got no other option.